What is going on, guys? I want to talk about Mia Khalifa. I did a video about her on my Basic Social Politics channel, and I discussed her telling people that she only made 12 grand during her film career. But I had people sending me messages and leaving comments saying that they're saying that she may have actually made over a couple of million, or her net worth is a couple million. Yeah, because she built her brand off of what she was doing on film. And that's why she refused to change her name. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because she, I believe, had done a new interview discussing her past. And also she has made comments before not wanting to be known for her filming past, okay? And because she doesn't want to be known for her filming past, all right, she has went off on radio hosts who not present her, but he introduced her from her former profession, and she doesn't like that. She doesn't like when people bring that up, even though she was the one who were doing the filming. And I'm not 100% sure, but through some research, didn't she have a website? You can let me know in the comment section. Didn't she have a website for a lot of that stuff? But yeah, it's like whatever she has now was gained from what she did then. So she could say now that she only made 12,000, but we know that she's probably made more sense from all of the I think somebody, one of my Twitter followers, said that, she made money from all her Dubai trips and, doing all these different things for money, whatever, photo shoots or whatnot, sponsored lifestyle. But it's, females like her, they want to run away from their past. And that is basically the main purpose of this video blog. It's amazing to me how women will do the things that they do, as far as the men that they choose, the way they live their lifestyle. And when it comes to getting older and realizing that the games have to stop, playtime is over, you want to be taken seriously. Now you want people to forget what you enjoyed doing in your past. Now, Mia is not young, but she's not old either. So like in between. But I believe she's engaged now, and she is in the sports realm because, of course, it's dominated by men, and we all know that females like her who get attention for how they look. Okay, even though she's not that much of a looker at times, it seems like, but when she takes everything off, definitely is a looker. It's just like the Twitch thizots. You got the Twitch thizots, you got the chicks on Instagram. They all want to go where the men are because they understand that they can monetize thirstiness. And I'm probably going to do a stream on that, about women who monetize thirstiness. And that's what Mia has done. Mia has monetized thirst to a level that has gotten her where it has gotten her. Okay? This is why you see women on social media posting about sports, even though they don't even know what's going on. They couldn't tell you who's playing on the field or even on the court, but they know that it's going to get our attention. Make it seem like they can be, they can hang around men. And they know they also can monetize thirst, and that's what Mia has been doing. That's what she's built her brand off of. She hasn't changed her name because she knows her name she can still make money from it. So as long as she continue to make money from it, she's going to continue to use it. So therefore, she shouldn't be upset about how people, bring it up. Why wouldn't they bring it up? You're using the name that you use in that former profession. And because you use that name in your former profession, all right, people are going to address you as that. You know, you can't expect us to just turn the other way and just be like ignoring what's the obvious. And chicks like her want us as men to ignore the obvious because they are ashamed of what they've done. She does not like what she has done. She does not like how she came up. And because of that, this is why you see her put these NFL players on Front Street, or these athletes on Front Street, because she has a disdain towards guys who have options, towards guys who, you know, will only see her for one thing, you know. And she believes that by putting these guys on blast, that it's a way to alleviate the guilt or shame that she feels for her former profession, you know. And you can tell. You're trying to distance yourself and talk about how you only did this for 3 months. Well, you must have did a lot of work in those 3 months, because there's a lot of film of you out there. There's a lot of photos of you out there. You can't look up a photo of this female without her not, you know, being without anything on, for the most part, you know, showing, you know, her best assets, so to speak. And that is why I do believe that females like her should stop trying to run away from your past. Stop trying to do that, because you're only trying to cover what everybody knows you've already done. And she's not the only one. I've noticed other females done this as well. They would do things that would be considered, you know, thotty, and then try to act like it never happened. But it did happen. Okay? It did. As much as you don't want to acknowledge it, it did. That's why you have men, right, who show you no, I won't say ignore you, but they don't take you seriously. They don't want to date you. They don't even want to get with you. You know, I noticed this, like whenever she tweets a athlete, I believe this actually happened. I think she tweeted Juju Smith-Schuster. I'm not 100% sure, but she tweeted him, I believe, and one of his teammates or another player in the league sort of like warned him not to deal with her, you know, because she, not only does she have a reputation for what she did in her filming career, but also she has a reputation for putting people on blast. And a lot of guys, a lot of athletes are more aware of that. That's why you haven't seen her put anybody on blast, because they're staying away from her. And because they're staying away from her, she thinks they're staying away from her because of her past filming. No, it's because, you know, you like to put people on blast. You like the clout that you get for putting these guys on blast. And I've noticed, I've seen less and less women on social media put these guys on blast. I've noticed that. You've seen less and less of it, because these guys are starting to smarten up, and they're starting to say, hey, let me think before I go into those DMs. And that's a smart thing to do, because last year was a year of clout chasing. Even some portion of this year, there was a lot of clout chasing going on. But last year, it was an overdrive as far as the clout chasing is concerned. And I think a lot of guys learned from that, and that's why you've seen less and less of it. But Mia thinks that these guys are staying away from her because what she did when she, you know, her filming career a couple years back. No, they're staying away from you. They're not dealing with you because you enjoy putting these guys on blast, knowing that you're going to get retweets and comments, and that's what you live for. As much as you try to run away from your past, you can't. You are what you are. And I think you need to embrace what in who you are. Because the more that you try to run away and try to cover up or try to avoid, it's going to continue to follow you. It is. And what's really annoying is that you have particular, females who are in these male quote unquote spaces like gaming, sports, and they want to be a part of the group. And but what it's really about is monetizing thirst, looking for a boyfriend. I've noticed that on YouTube and other platforms. You got women out here going into places where there's a lot of men because they think they're gonna find a boyfriend. Or because they just want to be around us because they know that what we say is true. They know that a lot of us are going to be welcoming of them, depending on where you go. Some places the dudes are just not going to be welcoming of you, and you should understand that. But I just think that Mia and other females like her who are in the same who's in the same profession as she was, once they leave that profession, they go straight into the male spaces, whether it be gaming, whether it be sports, sometimes even politics, and because they're so used to just for the most part getting attention from men, that as soon as they get out of that profession, they still want that attention from men because they know that it's monetizable. And that's why you see them on Twitch. That's why you see them on Instagram or Twitter, on YouTube, going where the men are. You're really not going to see too many, channels, especially channels that are big, just be mostly men, because women are going to find a way to wiggle in. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is this, I don't mind women being on my platform, but bring something to the platform. If you're there looking for attention, you won't last very long. And I think that it's because I understand the psychology of them. I understand that they want to be where the men are. They want the attention. But they also got to understand is whatever you are seeking, you're going to get, but it may not be exactly what you want. And I think that with Mia, her trying to be a sports podcaster has pretty much flopped. It's failed. So she's just relegated to just being a troll, trolling athletes. That's all she does now. I mean, she's been doing, but it's because now there's no space for her. So she just gets on Twitter and rants and talk about this person and that person, talk about how people should not bring up her past. She's okay with going off on people being disrespectful, but as soon as somebody bring up her old profession, now she's in her feels. And I think it's because she wants to forget, and she wants us to forget too.